Hi everybody, it's Glenn with G&P Travels, and today we're going to be doing part 3 of the Celebrity Equinox review, and this part is about the ship and the shows. The ship, as you can see here, is an absolutely beautiful ship, outside and inside. Absolutely love this ship. This was our 26th out of 27 cruises, and the last one was the MSC Meraviglia, which I already did the review for, and that was just before they started locking down cruises for COVID. Obviously, COVID wasn't a thing during this one, but so the ship, beautiful. Here's a picture of the atrium, and I'm going to bounce around the ship and show you different pictures and different things that we did on the ship. We didn't do everything you can do on the ship, and there's a lot that you can do, a lot of different shows, things like that. So that first atrium picture is beautiful. This one here is kind of the floor in the main area around, in the atrium. And guest services is in that area. So is your excursion desk, stuff like that. So that was where we came on the ship on embarkation day, and it brought you into that atrium area, and absolutely, like I said, absolutely beautiful. Another area of the ship, and this ship again is unique that it's a big ship, like a lot of them we've been on, but it has half the passengers. I think the passenger count is 2,800, and the crew about 1,600. So you have a really good crew to passenger ratio, and which usually ends up you have better service. So I'm sorry, itchy nose. It's probably from wearing these masks all day long, but I'm going to take you up to the top of the ship. We just talked about the atrium, and another note, and I'll talk about it again in shows, is there's like they do some dancing in there at night sometimes. They have kind of like a disco kind of show where everybody's wearing headphones, and again I'll mention that again later on in this part. So there's a lot that goes on in that area. Sometimes they just have somebody playing music, maybe a violinist and cello and stuff like that. It's really nice in there. They have shops and stuff around there as well, where you can do, buy watches and jewelry and alcohol and different things. Going up to the top of the ship, we'll start up there. They have what's called a lawn. This ship doesn't have it has pools. It doesn't have your typical water park kind of slides and stuff like that. This ship really is not geared for small kids, though they do have an arcade and stuff like that. They do have some things for kids, but it's just not. It's more of an adult ship, and we kind of like that on this one. It was a break from the typical ones with the water parks and stuff like Carnival has, and they're fun. Don't get me wrong. We did 19 cruises with Carnival, and but you got to know if you want a quieter experience with Carnival, you got to know what time of year to go. Usually fall or winter when the kids are in school, and what kind of ships to go on. Usually the short cruises, like out to the Bahamas, 3 to 4 day cruises, they usually have a younger party crowd on them, and it gets a little crazy. And if that's what you like, that's awesome. Us, this was our most quiet, laid-back cruise, and absolutely loved it. They have like I said, a lawn up top, and perfectly manicured grass. I always kind of chuckle when I think about there's somebody up there mowing that out in the middle of the ocean. So kind of an interesting thought. On that lawn, you can do bocce. They have lawn bowling. They have these clamshells where you can lay out, and you rent them for the day, and they bring you food and bring you drinks and stuff like that. It's nice. We didn't do that. Didn't feel the need to have that up there. We kind of wanted to be around and see what was going on down around the main pool, it's different for us because normally there's crazy parties going on around the pool, a lot of kids screaming, running, jumping. This again was a different experience. Anyways, up at the lawn area, they have what they call glass blowing, and I kind of laugh at that because there's no blowing involved. It's pulling and stretching, and I know there's a joke in there somewhere, just trying to keep it G or PG. Um, and but my wife did that. She had a ball. Our friend Janet, she did that as well. And here's a picture of what she made. It's very pretty. I think Janet, our friend Janet, made something that was blue green. Um, they don't call it. I forget the name of what it is up on that ship, but it was a lot of fun. My wife enjoyed it. Here's a short video of her doing that. We had several videos, but here's a short one where I think she just kind of finished it, and you can see what you think.
It helps you anyway.
Pretty cool, huh? It's fun. If that's your thing, great. Yeah, it was fun to watch for us. It was fun for my wife to do. Like I said, they really enjoyed it, and it's different. It's something unique that we haven't seen on 25 at that point, 25 other cruise ships. So something different, something unique, and the piece we brought back. It wasn't expensive, and you got to keep the piece. So that was awesome. The other funny thing was up there. Friends of ours knew we were going on this cruise and on this ship, and they said, "Hey, our friends have a son that works in the glass blowing up on that ship." So when we went up there, we saw the guy's name tag, and we approached him and said, "Hey, your mom says hi," and and I said her name because our friend gave us their names, and so it kind of neat. I mean, ran such a random thing on a cruise ship. We run into people all the time. Maybe that we don't know, but on from our own town, stuff like that. Sorry, sinus is driving me crazy lately. I'm not certain what it is. It is the middle of the winter, so definitely not COVID. Okay, I think I've already had that 6 times. Kidding, but I did think I had it. So, anyways, that's the lawn area. Again, it's beautiful up there. It's quiet. They have some light music going on during the day, and sometimes at night. As you can see in this picture here, they have a TV that they play movies and stuff on. They didn't have anything on this time, but you can see the lawn in the picture. Another part of the ship we like, it's up near the upper decks, is the Sky Observation Lounge. Very good place to go. That's quiet during the day. They have, it's just absolutely beautiful. It's a wall of glass. I don't have any pictures of that, sorry. Love my coffee. So it's a beautiful part of the ship. At night, they do have some shows. They have some people playing instruments and dancing and stuff like that. Sometimes they have past guest parties up there, which are, I understand, a lot of fun. This was our first time on Celebrity, so we weren't invited. Theaters. The main theater, we went to several shows. We didn't go to them all, and I'll talk about shows in a minute. But the theater itself was very nice, very comfortable. Every night we went, we would get, our friend would get some Grand Marnier. I would get some Sambuca with some coffee beans in there, as I mentioned in one of the earlier videos, and take that in and sit and sip on those and watch fantastic shows. And again, I'll talk about the shows. One of the other areas we went to frequently was the casino, and as I mentioned before in one of my other review parts of reviews, is I'm not typically a big winner when it comes to the casino. I love to play. I play machines. I don't play cards, or I don't play blackjack and stuff like that, because I don't know enough about it, and maybe I should learn. My son loves playing cards, and he typically does pretty good at it. I don't. And so I like the machines, and the way I normally play, I can do okay. I don't lose a lot of money. I don't play a lot of money. This cruise was probably one of the first, or maybe the second cruise where actually I walked away winning money. And actually, I did really well in this playing the machines here. My wife and I and our friend Janet would go to the casinos, and we always played the same 3 machines. They were all the same, right next to each other, if they were all open. Otherwise, they would go play something else. And they kept losing, I kept winning. And it was just maybe my strategy when I was playing on these. They had these dragons that would come down and then go across your reels and give you wilds and other things, and sometimes bonus games. And the bonus game was it was like 3 bluish yellow tornadoes, and then you get free spins and stuff like that. And I would put $100 in, and I might lose down to 50, but I was bouncing between bets. Minimum bet was 60 cents. So I'd bounce between bets, $1, $20, $80, $3, rarely $3. And for some reason, it didn't matter which machine, I would win on it. I kept taking my money down, winnings down. One time, I think it was $450 I took down. I put 100 in the machine, cashed out at $550. I took $450 down and put it on my sailing sign and account. That's your onboard account if you've never cruised before. And I'd put it on there. I kept going down there, and the guy at the counter goes, "Hey, I need you to play for me." That's what my wife and her friend Janet said. I needed to play for them. And so it was good. Yeah, the casino, non-smoking, completely different than most other cruise lines. MSC was, the whole thing was smoking. I think Carnival, 1/2 of it smoking, which is better. And not as the MSC, when you left the casino, you smelled like an ashtray, and we would have to get our clothes cleaned in order, or bring enough to so we wouldn't have to wear the same thing again. And that's probably one of the things that gives me heartburn. So every once in a while you hear me kind of do this, I get heartburn. It's probably this coffee. It's a very dark coffee. And anyways, back to the ship. Ship is beautiful, inside and out, as I mentioned. I'm going to kind of look at my notes here real quick because I don't want to miss anything. The next thing is pools. The main pool was like 2 different pools, or one big long pool, and then had a bridge over it. I can't remember, but we sat out there. Normally, we don't sit by the main pool. If the ship has an adult pool, that's where we sit at. And on this one here, it didn't matter. It was like the whole ship was an adult pool, all the pools on there. Very nice, very clean, comfortable. The water was always clean, and it was refreshing. They had hot tubs that were really nice around there, and enjoyed those. The crew would bring around really cold fruit, or even, I think they brought some sorbet or something around one of the times we were out there. And they would just hand them to you. And it was a way to keep people cool and refreshed. And they'd bring waters and stuff like that. So it was awesome. Loved the main pool area. We watched a competition between the crew and some guests. And here's a picture of the whole thing, of all them together playing volleyball in the pool. And the cruise director was part of that. And he was actually in the pool. And of course, the crew are the ones with the white shirts. It has the the boards on their shoulders. Here's a picture of Carlos. He was the cruise director, and he was awesome. He was really good before shows, after shows, very engaging. You saw him doing different things around the ship. And, unlike MSC, we hardly ever saw the cruise director in MSC. And again, I'm not trying to bash MSC. It's the 2 most recent cruises we did, and there's such a difference in a comparison between the 2. So, the Carlos, awesome. Around the main pool was awesome. They also had an indoor pool called the atrium, or a solarium. Excuse me, the solarium pool. And that one was never crowded either. It was really nice, especially if it was really hot outside. It was great to be inside, and I hang out in the pool. I had my headphones on in the pool. And listen to music. My wife would be reading or listening to music. And then I would bounce between the hot tub and the pool. And they also had a little buffet in there for the spa. So, because if you went out of the solarium into where the elevators are, and that area there where the stairwell is, across from that was the spa area where you go get massages. stuff like that. So, so they had a little buffet in there, and the food on that was really good. And unfortunately, I don't have pictures of that. I wished I did. The we had some kind of wraps and some kind of like little hors d'oeuvres and things like that. Just really, really good. Kind of surprised me because I'm not anti-health food. I'm a meat and potatoes kind of guy, and you know, I'm trying to change the way I eat, so I eat a little bit better. So we enjoyed that, you know, in the afternoon, not for lunch, but just a snack. And so the solarium pool, very nice. There was also a fountain, and I can't remember if it was in there or outside of just outside of the solarium, that lit up at night, and they had these little fountains that would go back and forth. And here's a picture of that. It was really cool. Again, something different we haven't seen on any other ship we've been on. So the ship, there's a lot of different things to do on there. There's shows going on. There's places where you can go for comedy. There's, you know, you can go to different places on the ship and hear people playing music and you know, maybe just a guitar and singing. Especially at night, they have a lot of things going on around the ship. As I mentioned, there's that kind of like a mall area that goes around from the atrium, and I believe that's on deck 5. They have stores where you can buy, like I said, booze, bottles of booze, tax-free, and they have cigarettes. You can buy cartons of cigarettes, Marlboros, whatever, and it's a lot cheaper because A, you're not paying all the tax on it. You can buy electronics, things like that, watches. I bought my wife a watch on this cruise, and she loves it. She loves Michael Kors, and they have one on there. So the mall area, like I said, they do have an arcade, and you know, that's pretty much it from a ship standpoint. Again, the ship's beautiful. There is a lot to do on there. The best thing to do if you want to see around the ship is do some other YouTube searches and find some reviews where people actually videotaped and got more pictures. When we went on this cruise, my thought wasn't about doing what I'm doing now with doing reviews and doing a YouTube channel. If I had, I would have taken more videos and done more pictures of everything on the ship and really laid it out well. So you're getting a summarized version of the Celebrity Equinox and the ship itself. The shows we went to, all of them were fantastic. I probably wish we had done more shows. And I'm gonna look down at my notes on here. And one of the shows was Topper. We didn't go to that one. It was some kind of, I don't know if it was a magic or illusion act with a big hat, Topper. We did go to Uptown. And here's a picture of the guys. They were really, really good. Oh my gosh, what a great show. Actually, here, I'll let you watch a short video. They were really good. One of the few times we were told we were allowed to video a show. Most of the time they don't allow you to do that. None of the other shows they did, so I don't have pictures or video of those. But Darren Dowler, he was really good. Elysium, we have no idea. We didn't go to that one. Savannah Smith, who was a female singer, did not go to that one either. Now, Donovan and Rebecca were, I'd say, contortionists and stuff like that, where, you know, they did acrobats and things like that in the air, and you know, he's all muscular, and she's very small, and he's able to flip her and spin her around, stuff like that. And they had music, singing, and stuff like that to it. And really, really fantastic show. Also, if you get on Celebrity, especially the Equinox, once they start cruising, you've got to go to the shows. They're well worth it. Even if you're a party animal, they're well worth going to the shows. They're entertaining. They're funny. The music's usually really good, and all the singers that were on this ship were very, very good. Bobby Borges, didn't see him, and Jesse Hamilton. He was a singer that traveled on Europe and France and the U.S. He's from the U.S. and he sings rhythm and blues and stuff like that, and absolutely fantastic. He was very entertaining, very engaging with the crowd. He had this older woman blushing and her husband laughing, and so it was a great time. Don't miss the shows. The last show I'm going to talk about is, I already gave you some pieces of the show, La Petit Chef in cuisine. It was a dinner show. So I talked about it in the food section. I'm also going to talk about it here and I'm going to repeat one of the videos on here and then show you the main dinner video. And I might throw in the dessert video. I'm not certain, but so La Petite Chef, I'm going to describe it real quick. If you haven't seen my other part two about the food, they have a projection system above each table, and the tablecloths are white, plates are white, and so they project down this show on the table, and they have everything set just perfect. You're not allowed to touch it, and this little chef and his helpers come out, and they'll make your dinner or your appetizers out. So not your real food. Somebody else actually brings that and sets it down, as you'll see in one of these videos. But so here's the one. This appetizer was raviolis with mushrooms and cream sauce. Absolutely the best. Enjoy.
Yippa. 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 You stay here. Don't look.
Bacon.
Yabla. Yeah. Truffled 5 cheese ravioli. Buon appetito.
Truffle fried cheese ravioli, buon appetito.
Thank you.
Yum, that looks so good. It was good. Oh my God, what is it? I wish you could taste it. I'm salivating thinking about it because it was so good. The other show part to that was the actual main course, and here that is.
Interessante.
Oh, no, you tunnel.
What?
It's wasabi. That means spicy.
Cose picante! Acqua! Dio mio! It's a piranha! Petit Chef! Help me! Grazie. Che fai, stupido?
Hola, cabrón. Sumimasen.
Poke sticks.
Ichi. Ni. San.
Bravo, Tagliano! Bravo!
Japanese Mont Blanc. Itadakimasu.
Ohio gozaimasu.
Wow, that's it. Whatever it is.
Wow. Japanese Mont Blanc, itadakimasu. Japanese Mont Blanc, itadakimasu. Japanese Mont Blanc, itadakimasu.
Thank you.
Japanese Mont Blanc, itadakimasu.
Yep, it was so good. Oh my gosh, the seafood and everything in that, just amazing. But and then they did a dessert show and absolutely loved everything. Here's a picture of us, the four of us, sitting and waiting for the show to start when they first got the projection going down, and we just had a ball. We had a ball. If you do nothing else on this ship, do this. It's not expensive. You'll love it. The food was great. Service was great. The show was great. Probably the biggest highlight and thing that stands out for us on this 11-day cruise was that. So anyways, that's the ship, and that's the shows, talking about the shows. The other thing I wanted to show you here, these are they call them Celebrity Cruises Today. They're your daily planners. They have all kinds of stuff on here with show times and things like that for things that you can do around the ship, when restaurants are open, things like that. And you get those on your bed every night, the night before the day that it applies to. So questions, ask them down in the comments below. Suggestions, I'm open to suggestions. Sorry, I'm a little congested today. I can't help that, can't get over it. Not certain what's going on. It's not a cold or anything. It may be dust or something, some allergy. But hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the notification bell so you know when I have a new video out. And hopefully these are getting better as I go. The next one I'm going to do will be ports, and that one I'm going to give you a little drone footage in the beginning, and then I'll have my typical ship coming by and with the music, and then I'll get into talking about the ports. And I did a dry run. I think I can do all the ports in one video and not divide them up, because I went through them pretty quick, was able to throw in pictures pretty quick. It will get longer once I add in the drone video footage, aerial. I think Antigua is where I had that from, and also I'm going to throw in some other video of St. Lucia from ziplining and stuff like that. So join us. Again, hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell, give me comments, ask questions. I'm here for that. So We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for coming, and talk to you later.